The Chicago Bulls have now lost 7 straight, and the losing is showing no signs of ending anytime soon. We're going to talk about it all and more on today's Locked On Bulls.
You are Locked On Bulls, your daily Chicago Bulls podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Bulls, member of the Locked On Podcast Network, now the #1 sports podcast network in the entire world. My name is Hayes. I'm host and creator of the Chicago Bulls Central and Chicago Bears Central YouTube pages and podcasts. And today's episode is brought to you guys by FanDuel. If you want to be right in on the middle of the action this season, visit FanDuel.com and place your NFL live bets all season long. The Chicago Bulls lost by 32 points to the Golden State Warriors. 32 points. And this was a game, in watching it, that, the Bulls had moments where they did get the lead down and they showed a little bit of energy, but it's the same story for the Bulls night in and night out. Like, this is a team that is playing so lethargic right now that I just don't know how there's no hope to turn it around while you're playing this way. None. And again, I know people are going to say talent and the Bulls don't have a top whatever player or whatever else it is. Yeah, it's more than just that at this point. Like, this is a team that when you watch them play, they look like they don't like each other. They don't like basketball. And it does start raise the questions when it all comes out as well. Like, what is this Bulls team? What is going on in this franchise that has led this team, that dating back to last season when they went 17-5 over the final 22 games, to starting off this team 5-0, that team that was scrappy, the team that did fight, that team that did compete, that team that did look tough, even though they had some limitations on the defensive side of the ball, that it's just completely fallen off. This is the worst that I've seen this Bulls team with this level of talent. Like, I keep going back to, it's not that this team lacks talent. Like, I guarantee you right now, if this Bulls team was to blow it all up, and trade off a lot of these pieces, send them off to other teams, there'll be a number of pieces that we look back at and that we see is like, oh, well, hey, they actually put some shit together. This team actually is just playing like butt right now. What's going on, Pat?
First thing I hear when I come in, team's playing like butt right now.
Playing like butt, bro. It's cheeks. It's major cheekage out here, bro.
I was not expecting that. Yeah. Hey, bro. They want Billy fired.
Yeah.
You can see it. This is a team that wants their coach fired and is done playing for him.
Absolutely, bro.
Like, that's all this is. Now look, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I tapped into last night's game. The Bears were playing. The game tipped off. Who scheduled that? The game tipped off.
Remember, the Bears game was originally supposed to be at 1. They flexed it.
Who cares? The second the Bears flexed that game, you should have just canceled it. But no, like this is a team that Billy Donovan talked in his press conference last night, and he was like, until these guys start playing for each other and play like they love each other, you know what I mean? They're not going to win. You got to give that extra effort. You got to be diving on the floor. You got to go for the loose ball. You have to help your man on defense. Like, that's how you play, like you love each other. And they went in the locker room and Josh Giddey was like, well, everybody in here like each other. I don't know what he's talking about. We all have a good relationship. Boom, straight over the head. Like, bro, like they're done, bro. Like,
it's we like each other. We don't like you. Like,
yeah, bro.
What it is, bro. And I know me and you have disagreed in regards to, like, not necessarily we disagree that the Bulls are tuning Billy Donovan out, but like, as far as like changing the coach or bringing in a new one, I think it's just time. Like, I think every coach has they eventually run out of, like, their voice just doesn't resonate as much. Like, for great coaches, that can be 15 whatever years. For not so good coaches, it can be a year or two. For middle of the pack coaches, it could be a handful of years. But I think we've seen it now. Like, you said it probably about 6 losses ago. This feels very much like the end of the Scott Skiles time.
Yeah. And the thing is, Billy's never gonna go up. Billy not gonna quit. See, I have more respect for Billy than I do for this team, and that's crazy to say because I didn't even want this mug here.
Yeah, but here I get that, but I do think it's easier to change a coach than it is to
100%.
change your entire team, right?
100%. You're never gonna swap out every player. But here's my problem. Billy Donovan asked them to do something that was harder this year. You had to play at a higher pace. You had to get back defensively. That's hard to do. Play fast on the offensive end, get back and be a strong defensive team. You did it for 6 games. And then I don't know if it was a meeting. I don't know if there was a union issue. I don't know if, Josh Giddey was like, I've had enough. Like if somebody stood up, was like, we're not going to take it. Like, I don't know what happened. But your players punked out. So, honestly, fire Billy. Go ahead. But you got players that are willing to quit.
And it's stuff like this.
The second you're willing to quit, you will quit again.
This is the thing that I hate. This is stupid. We have 5 white players on the team that are rotational. Shut up. Just stop with the stupid stuff. Like I hate when when the Bulls lose and fans say dumb stuff and think that it's a legitimate take because they said it. It's stupid. You're stupid for saying that. You're dumb.
Hey, bro, my favorite thing is like look around the NBA. Like Cooper Flag's white, Luka's white, Jokic is white. Like there's some good white players in the NBA. Like what the heck are we talking?
80s, bro. Like let's stop the stupid stuff, bro. Like
white dudes can't play basketball.
Bro,
no, they back, baby. The second we got white DBs, white players was back in the NBA, bro.
Bro, oh my God, bro. Like, it's just like, come on, man. There's enough basketball stuff we can talk about.
Hey, bro, I'm less surprised by the amount of whites on the Bears than I am by the whites on the Eagles, bro. Like, bro, white DBs is crazy.
But no, I mean, you make a great point. Like this team is quit. And whether it's quitting on Billy Donovan, quitting on themselves, whatever it is, until whatever it takes to rediscover that. I was saying this before you came in. The 17-5 stretch last year to end the season, the 5-0 stretch to start the season, or if you want to look at the 6-1 over the first 7, this team was a team that actually fought, competed, and gave a damn, right? Yeah. Like, I don't know where that's gone. It's basically the same roster minus Lonzo Ball for Isaac Okoro and Noah Essengay instead of Taylor Horton Tucker. You mean to tell me that you can't maintain heart with that? Like it's
Lonzo wasn't even really playing at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't understand how we've gotten to this point. But if it is that they've quit on Billy Donovan, then you got, like, at the end of the day, you got to make the decision. Now, I don't expect them to. They just extended him. I don't expect that to go anywhere. And this season, if I'm not mistaken, isn't even the first year of extension. This was the last year on his deal. So he has 3 more years after this year left. I mean, not to say that the Bulls haven't fired coaches before. They fired Jim Boylan after he had 2 years left on his deal. Tibbs, I think, had 1 or 2 more years left when they fired him as well. Hoiberg had 1 year left. So, like, they've done it. But, Pat, do you think it's reached that point to where AK has to look at this and say, we got to change. We got to make this change now?
I think you have to change everything. I don't think you have a single redeeming factor on your team. Like, what are we excited about? Josh Giddey? Giddey, cool. He can get triple doubles, and he can put up points, and he can. You don't have a team that's willing to fight. You don't have a team that has heart. You don't have a team that has want to. You have a team that likes wearing Chicago on their chest and being in the NBA. There's not a single player on this team that maybe Io and Giddey. Like, that list keeps getting shorter every time I come on this podcast.
Dalen gives a lot of heart out there. He's just not that good.
Dalen sucks. Like you also have to be talented.
Like, when people are like, we just need a bunch of players to give heart. It's like, Dalen is giving heart every time he's out there. And it goes to show you that he's just not that good. You need good players with heart.
Bro, yeah, I mean, like, and it's, listen, if everybody played with Dalen's heart, we'd be a friggin' 16 and whatever team. Like, we'd be a dominant basketball team. Yeah. But right now, you have a team that, and I think this is always going to be the bigger thing for me. If you're willing to quit, because it got hard, because things got tough, because you got a little tired, I don't want you on my team. Like that's the bottom line, because it means that you're going to do that whenever you know what the playoffs are? They're tough.
Yeah.
You're going to be tired. You're going to be this team won't, bro, they would get spanked in a play-in right now.
Oh,
if you get there. If you get there.
The play-in? Bro, this seems like right now,
I just hope we can win a game.
Bro, like, yeah, like can we win a game first before we're talking about playing again? With that said, Pat, we're gonna continue the conversation. We're gonna ask, is there still time for things to turn around for the Chicago Bulls right after this?
I have no idea what your ad read is. I have nothing pulled up. There we go.
I'm always having it in order, bro. Nobody knows your money goals better than you. Robinhood puts you in control of your money with tools that work as hard as you do, locking in on every opening, beating your PR, beating it again, channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control of your money. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. You can now build and execute your own trades from a desktop with Robinhood Legends advanced tools, or take advantage of the new Robinhood Strategies with a tailored portfolio managed by a team of experts. You expect more for yourself, expect more for your money as well. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. More Locked On Bulls coming up next. All right, Pat. So this stinks, bro. The Bulls are 3-17 in the last 20 games. It's just such a terrible.
You ain't had a season like this, have you,
bro? Huh?
You haven't had a season like this, have you?
I mean, yeah, bro. You got to remember, like, my first season covering this team, we won 2 out of our last 20 games, bro. You remember that?
Yeah.
I mean,
but this gonna get long, bro. Like it's.
Oh yeah, this is the
I'm saying, like, with a whole season like this, you ain't had a Walt Lemon Jr. year yet.
No, I've not had to cover a Walt Lemon Jr.
Get yourself ready, bro. Get yourself
9-14 on the year, 5 games below 500. It's early December, Pat. My birthday was just Friday. It's only the 8th of December. Still a lot of season left to be played. Is there still time for the Bulls to turn this around, bro?
No.
What needs to happen? I get it that we doubt it, right? But let's try to put on the positive hats. What needs to happen realistically? Not trading for Jesus, but what needs to happen for the Bulls to possibly turn this thing around?
You need Jesus. Like, you gotta love
God's
each
not
other.
listening.
You gotta love, like, I don't look. It's simple. It's the same thing that we talked about. Like, we're gonna rehash the same podcast that we've had already. Like,
I said that too, bro. We can literally take post-game shows and just replay them.
You know what I mean? Like you have to have a little effort on the defensive end. It's how your team is built. You have to turn defense into offense. That's the bottom line. Will they know? Because it's hard. Because that's they don't want to work.
The question I asked you, Pat. See, we're going back in the spiral. What needs to happen for them to turn around? Give me something. Give me something tangible.
Turn defense into offense. Like, play defense. Like, if you don't think that's tangible, then it's over. Like, that is it. That's it. Literally every run this season, is it not? The Bulls decide to play the passing lanes and actually be aggressive defensively. They force a turnover. They go down on the other end. They get a quick transition bucket. Every run. And you'd be like, oh, 19-5 run. Look at that. They can play basketball again. What happened? Nothing. You gave a damn. This is a team that don't give a damn. So, like, if we going to put a positive spin on it, give a damn.
I mean, I don't disagree with you at all there. I was hoping you would take the low-hanging fruit on the joke and say that they've already turned around. They've been giving up the cheeks for the last
Jesus.
They've turned around. This is the Diddy documentary all over again, bro.
And then they
Bulls are
trade for
officially Little
Zion
Rod.
Williamson.
They are
Wow,
they are Little Rod, bro. That's still one of the funniest moments.
hey, bro, that's
I woke up,
crazy.
he was in my bed, and I was sore. What? Wait,
Hey,
what?
bro, I didn't realize I was sore. And I realized this had been happening for years. What? Somebody was giving you the sleepy meaty
Bro,
for
that,
years?
that was one of the funniest
And
things.
you knew
bro,
nothing?
That moment where he was like, yeah, and I realized they had been drugging me the whole time. You just now realized that?
Hey, bro, they said everything in that house had drugs on it, bro. That's not funny. They said everything in that house had drugs on
the
it.
water, they were drugging the water. Like, damn, it's nothing safe. I can't even drink water, bro. That's
Hey,
crazy.
bro, that mug had a bite of an apple and was just gone. Just wake up, Diddy in his bed. Take that, take that, take that.
That is crazy, bro. That's crazy. But no, all jokes aside, until this team does need to like care. You're getting paid millions of dollars to go out there and play, and whether you want to play for Billy Donovan or not, at some point you got to get tired of losing. And if you don't have anybody, like, and I won't say that because I've seen times where Giddy's gotten frustrated. Times where, like you said, Io's giving energy out there. Yeah. But if collectively as a team, you guys aren't going to care, you got to figure out and rediscover that. Now the Bulls have 4 days off. Hopefully they find something in those 4 days to come back out here on Friday when they take the court again and play with some level of pride. Because things aren't like Billy Donovan's not changing as the head coach anytime soon. Maybe they'll review it in the offseason and we have a completely just bad season overall. I don't have very much faith in that. AK and Eversley aren't going anywhere anytime soon. I said it when they took the job. AK is going to be in that position at least 10 years. I don't even – do we know if Mark Eversley's still – when's the last time you've seen Mark Eversley, Pat? I said this in the episode that we didn't do together. Well, I haven't even seen him courtside. Bro, where's Mark Eversley at?
AK secretly killed him, and now he's just whenever he needs him, they just puppeteer Mark Eversley back out there. Bro, like it. Look, you. Well, listen, I don't know what's better. Remember Mark Eversley actually speaking? Like that was terrifying. Like Mark Eversley speaks in serial killer letters. Like, like, well, you know, we saw something and we thought that made sense, so we went after it, but didn't work out. And you know, you hope that it does work out, but then it doesn't work out. And bro, get him off the stage. I'd rather listen to AK read a specifically Chat GPT letter for every answer that he has. Like, I don't know, bro. Like it's
words for Mark Eversley is like stairs for Shay.
This is what Locked On Bulls is becoming, bro. We just gonna start
great effort. You can try. The results are gonna be a little shaky.
Yeah. Listen, sometimes you go head first, sometimes you go down back first. You never know. No, the biggest thing that I think for right now, if you're talking about turning this thing around, is you have to swap out the personnel. Like that is a realistic option. Yeah. There's not enough guys that care on this team. It's time to move on from the guy. And here's the problem: probably is your leaders. Is Kobe giving you enough care? Is Io giving you enough care? Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. We know Vooch ain't. Vooch don't give a dang.
Oh, bro. At this point, I don't even know if we can count Vooch as a member of the team, bro. Vooch is just here, bro.
Vooch said, I get how much a check to show up and shoot these balls? I'll see you there.
Send Vooch to Diddy, bro. He can hang out with Diddy in prison, bro.
That picture with that baby all in the prison is hilarious to me. Nah, man.
He had himself for Thanksgiving in prison, bro. But
there's no real answers for this team this season. Realistically speaking, you're gonna have to have some. I think it's gonna take a young player. But now I will say this: the pro tankers. I'm surprised y'all are this upset. Like I ain't seen none of the pro tankers.
That's what's built. That's what the last topic is built around. Like if you're gonna have a season where you struggle and maybe lose a bunch of games, this may be the season to do that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening there. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love. We got to take a quick second here to get into I'm not supposed to do that no more. Hey, man, coming up, the one bright side to losing.
That was so awkward.
It was, because I remembered it halfway through. Hey, NFL Sundays move fast. One big play. Suddenly everything feels different. That's what making live betting with FanDuel feels like. You're not just watching the game, you're reacting in real time. With FanDuel, you can place bets as the action unfolds. Every drive, every momentum swing, every highlight. Live betting is the best when the game starts to shift. A receiver gets hot, a defense tightens up, or the moment flips after a turnover. This sounds like the Diddy doc. FanDuel lets you jump into that moment. Live spreads and money line adjust instantly. Player props update as guys heat up. You can bet the next touchdown score, drive results, totals, and more. It keeps you locked into every snap, every drive, every possibility. So if you want to be right in the middle of the action this season, visit FanDuel.com and place your NFL bet all season long. FanDuel, the game moves fast, and so can you. Well, Locked On Bulls coming up next.
All right, Pat.
They don't even deserve music.
Bro, I didn't. If you can't, I haven't wore Bulls gear in like a week, bro. Like my energy is just off, bro. And I got a Bears loss yesterday, which made it even worse. But the one bright side to losing, Pat, this season is that this is supposed to be one of the deepest drafts. Now, I worry a little bit about that because every time we hear, "Oh my God, this is the deepest draft of the last 10 years," mugs be a little bit disappointing, but the Bulls do have their own draft pick. That was one of the things that they did in the Zach LaVine trade. They regained full control of all of their draft picks. So let me ask you this, Pat. If this season continues down the path that it's on, if the Bulls do get lottery luck and that people are talking about a complete reset, I know a lot of people are saying, the only people worth keeping are Giddey and Modest. Some people say Giddey, Modest, Io, Giddey, Modest, Kobe, whatever permutation you want of that. If this Bulls team does keep struggling, let's say they do wind up with a top 4 or 5 pick in this upcoming draft, Pat, and we've already talked about how they have so many players coming up off contracts as well. It was already kind of a natural pivot point. Is it that natural place where it is time for a blow up at that point?
I mean, you also have to select the right person. You also have to develop that player. Are you going to let Billy coach that guy? Do you have the right people in place to develop that young man? Do you have the right structure around him? Like there's a lot of things that play into going and getting one of those top 4 pieces. And I don't know if you want to go scorched earth on the team with a completely young player, right? Because usually you end up going scorched earth on a player, and then you bring in a bunch of young guys who also have no idea how to win in the NBA. I think you have to try and make strategic moves to set your team up to have players who understand what it means to be an NBA player in this locker room. Giddey and Io are guys that I would like to see stick around. Everybody else can, it's up for grabs. But I think you need some legitimate veteran presence on this team. If you do end up with a top 4 pick, somebody, listen, DeMar mindset without, the DeMar shot selection. Essentially, DeMar took all these young guys under his wing. DeMar, he wanted guys to be better. He taught guys how to work. He taught guys how to go about their game. Some of these guys just aren't very good. So have that kind of guy in the building as this young player is developing. I think that's something that you want to have there. But listen, if you end up with a top 4 pick, if you end up being able to go out there and get a guy like, listen, if you can get AJ Damaster, bro, that'd be the top pick in the draft essentially. But
yeah, they could Derrick Rose it, right? This is a very
or Cam Boozer, bro.
Huh?
Cam Boozer.
Yeah, like I said,
hey, I'm down for having a Boozer back on this team.
You get a player that you feel fits in better with what you're doing, and then we already are one of the youngest teams in the NBA, and maybe you add that player to this, and you feel like, all right, now we have something that we're building towards or legitimately. So there's a lot of different options. I mean, there's a lot of season left to be played. Like we talked about, there is a possibility that the Bulls can turn this around, but until I see Hart, there's no point in even believing that the possibility is going to factor in because you're not seeing any heart from this team at all. I can't believe in a team that has no heart. Just can't.
Yeah, listen, there's nothing to believe in about this team. Move on to the next team. We're on the next year. I'm about to start breaking down the draft.
For draft coverage in December,
might as well. Hey, look, the team already stopped playing, so why what are we talking about them for? What are we gonna do? Come on here and do the same podcast every day? Hey, they didn't give hard again. They didn't slide their feet defensively. Like,
that is hilarious.
Keep your eyes open, Bulls fans. Start looking around. Start sending in some draft picks that you like. Send in those question marks and look for your next Cedric Coward because he was right there, but your spineless president of basketball operations didn't want to trade up.
Well, I don't think the Memphis Grizzlies were going to come up off that pick anyway.
Oh, no, you had to trade up above them. You had to trade up above them. But those trades was there, and AK said, well, we didn't want to get rid of the pieces that we had in place, and it would have cost us too much. Nobody on your team is that good.
That's a good AK. You veered a little bit more towards Vlad the Impaler towards the end of that, but
which is really just Vlade Divac. Like, if we being real, like, it's more my Vlade, but I kind of, unfortunately, I'm not as good with that accent because I don't do it enough. But that's always been my Vlade. It's just lucky shot. I mean, it's just very lucky shot. He throw it up, it go off the glass, and then Robert Ory was like, "Y'all better Google me."
Let's get up out of here, bro.
Hey, man, follow us on everything at Locked On Bulls. You can follow me on everything at Pat the Designer. Plenty of Bears coverage coming your way over on everything that I'm doing. Stay tapped in with us on that. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear down. One love.
You guys can follow me at CEO Hayes. Locked On Bulls is free and available on every podcasting app and platform of your choosing, as well as YouTube, the Odyssey app, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Fubo TV. Basically, anywhere you want us, you can get it. But we're talking about losses, unfortunately. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Bring Paul Zipser back. Why not?
We're high on Paul Zipser. He is still young enough to bring back.